Castle.
My Lords, it's a pleasure to follow the noble Lord, the Earl of Caithness, and to join, I think, every other speaker in thanking the noble Lady Baroness Bakewell of Huntingdon Mandeville for tabling these amendments and to offer support. Rather than repeating what's been said, I just want to make a few extra points. The noble Lord Carrington referred to fridges. And I think there's a term I'm not sure I've heard mentioned yet in this debate, but an issue that really needs to come up the agenda, which is planned obsolescence. And the fact that we have actually seen very many products last less and less and less time. And thinking of fridges, I had a fridge that died after 7 years, and I went on social media to have a big grumble about this, and lots of people told me I was lucky it lasted that long. So if we're seeing lots of fridges dumped, one of the things is, how long was that fridge made to last? So in going back to the manufacturer, the maker of the product, we're heading in exactly the right direction. And I think there's been a lot of stress already about how much farmers are suffering from this, and I'll just quote a figure from the NFU survey from 2020, in which nearly 50% of their respondents, farmers, had suffered from fly tipping. So it's a huge issue for farmers, but it is also a huge issue for many other people responsible for land. And since the noble Lady Baroness Young of Old Scone isn't in this report, I'll refer to the Woodland Trust. In this section, I'll refer to the Woodland Trust, which in the 7 years to June 2020 had spent more than £1 million in cleaning up fly tipping. So we're looking at organisations like that. And I think we also haven't perhaps mentioned the issue of manufacturers, the issue of commercial companies, not just fake disposal companies, but also companies that are not disposing of industrial waste in the appropriate ways. And I'll just refer to a case that has just come up in the last few days, that Colchester Council has just for the third time found in a similar location a leaking drum of what's clearly some obnoxious substance. And it's cost them £2,000 each time to properly dispose of that drum. Costs that, of course, the council, perhaps I should declare my vice president to the LGA here, the council has to bear. So we really have a widespread problem, and I think sometimes we tend to go, it's individual householders. But I think it's really important, as this debate has to a large extent brought out, say this is a much broader problem than just an individual householder problem.